Hey, welcome back. Day 5, and you guys are still here. Come on, who's done? Oh, put a 5 in the comment. Tell me if you've been here for all 5 days. I reckon a good few of you have. I'm certainly recognizing your names. Lovely to see you here. So we're not doing a teaching session today. We've got a big Q&A, and I think I've got like 40, 50 questions in here. We're going to have a go at. It's going to be a quick fire. It's going to be like one of them quiz show things, I think, but we'll see how we go. And my moderators are here. We got, look at all these 5s coming in. Well done. The moderators are in, and as ever, if there's questions that are coming into the chats, they're going to try to answer them for you and then feed over to me anything really that would be easier for me to share on here. And Owen's going to give me a little cheeky cough from that side of the room if there's something I need to go and have a look at. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I've had a blast. It's the first time I've done this, coming in and doing a Wix challenge like this for Ecamm. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to say a big thank you actually to the team. Paul, Doc, Owen, Caleb, Katie, they're all working here behind the scenes, making sure your emails come out, helping out in here in the comments and that as well. Fantastic. And big thank you to Ken and Glenn for creating Ecamm. We wouldn't be here without them. So yeah, huge thanks to these guys. I think they're amazingly responsive to us as a community, us as the customers. And actually a lot of the features that you're seeing here in version 4 are here because they listen to suggestions that are being made, and we get all these awesome updates. So big thank you to the whole Ecamm team. And yeah, I feel like I should be handing out bunches of flowers or something, but I can't do that virtually. Now, before we get into this Q&A session, I didn't really do any introducing of myself on day 1. And I do just want to hopefully we've whetted your appetites into Ecamm and you've been enjoying discovering all these new features and things that we've done here. We literally have just scratched the surface of what we do. And so I'd love to invite you to come and join me in our Ecamm Live Academy, which is going to start in a few weeks' time at the end of February. So what is the Ecamm Live Academy? I recognize a lot of your faces. I think a lot of you have already been through the Academy, so feel free to share some Ecamm Academy love in here. But if you don't know what it is, we actually put together, originally we thought we were creating an online course, but then we ran it as a live cohort group. We brought people through it over 2 weeks. They loved the live experience so much that we keep coming back to it. So twice a year, we run the Ecamm Live Academy as a 2-week boot camp, if you like. We deliver video training out to you, so you get a complete, and I'm going to show you in a second what it's like inside of it. You get over 60 videos that get dripped out to you each day. It's a resource that you can come back to whenever you want. Speed me up, slow me down, pause me while you're working along there in Ecamm alongside. And every time there's a new update, so like right now, with everything changing in version 4, we have literally re-recorded every video in there. We're getting those all put up, ready for the Academy. We've got a few weeks to go. And if you come and join us in the Academy, that resource is yours for life. So all the updates that we make in the future for Ecamm with version 5, 6, 7, we'll put updates in and you will get all those updates and that incredible library of videos for life. So that's the online course part of it. But then the live element of it, what we do is we work literally from day 1, really unboxing Ecamm and looking around it as we did on Monday. And we work all the way through. I drip a set of videos out each day. You get about 10 or so videos each day and some homework and an assignment for that day. And then I come on a live every day and do similar to what we're doing here, really picking up from comments and things in the group. So you get this hybrid of the online training, you get me live, and you're also getting an incredibly supportive group. And a lot of people have said, we have a pop-up Facebook group. A lot of people say to us, this is a lovely, safe space. I've been dreading going live for the first time, but I did it in here and you guys have all been so supportive. I'm very proud of that. And we've had almost 2,000 people now come through the Ecamm Academy at least once. And as I say, very proud of it. Can I just show you? And so this is when we let me backtrack. What I was going to say to you is because you've been in here, so our academy is normally $199 and for that lifetime resource and for coming in and spending 2 weeks with us in the academy. Because you're here with us, and as a big thank you to you, we're going to offer you a 25% discount if you want to sign up for the Ecamm Academy before the end of the week. So here it is. This is the page that we're going to send you over to. We can drop a link into the chat. The dates are on here, 27th of Feb through to March the 10th. As you see, you can register $149 instead of $199. It is a limited offer. This will only be there till Sunday night. But as well as getting $50 off of the Academy, Ecamm very kindly give everyone who comes through the Academy a 25% discount off a year's pro license. If you've been through before, you only get this deal once. And we're also going to talk about one of my other programs, Pro Video Academy, during this, and you get a whopping $500 off that if you want to come through. So there's a page over here. I'm not going to talk about it now. You can go through it. It gives you a teaser of what it all is. There's a ton of testimonials on there. These are guys that have been through previously. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is. That's the sales page for it. I'd love you to head over there and grab this deal. This is the Academy itself, and my head's in the way, but just to give you a taste, if you look just above here, so level 1 is an introduction. We unbox it, finding your way around, talking about Wi-Fi, going live for the first time, upgrading your kit, branding your lives, overlays, text overlays, image overlays, camera overlays, screen shares, rounded edges, countdown overlays, animated. So this is all day 1 using scenes, profiles, summary. Then the second day, it's all about live streaming and getting you out there. The third day is all about interviewing. We've got some great resources there, green screens, tons of stuff. As I say, then level 4 and then level 5, getting into stream decks, going out other ways. So this is, I'm not letting you into it now because this is out of date. And we're updating it at the minute, and it's taking us a lot of time to get all these videos. They're all recorded, they're being edited, and we're putting them up into the Academy. But they will be ready for when we start on February the 27th. So there you go. That's if this has been exciting for you and you kind of go, I've enjoyed learning about the Academy here, I want to know more about it. That is absolutely the best resource that you can get for a complete library of videos, tutorials, and come and work live with us. All right. So that's my little plug for the Academy, because I don't want you to end here. I'd love to see you becoming a little Ecamm Jedi. And yeah, there you go, Al. Thank you. I've just spotted that right in front of me. The Academy is awesome. I love that Adrian updates the course, so it's never out of date. Totally. All right. So any questions specifically on? Yes, Owen's given me the nod. Let's just check if there's any questions about this before we jump into our huge spreadsheet. Will you send us an email about the discount? Yes, great question. We obviously respect your privacy, and you've signed up to this, and we don't want to be sending you emails that you haven't signed up or given consent for. So I've asked Ecamm if they can actually send out an email for us following this. So in a few hours' time, hopefully you're going to get an email from us with the details in that. And if our moderators are popping it in here, please just the link through to this page. That'll be fantastic. And do reach out to me and Owen if you want to. Team@adriansalisbury.com. You can send us an email with any questions about this. So Kelly, if you join Ecamm Academy as an alumni, what is the price and how do I sign up? So yes, alumni. So anyone who's got the Academy has already got that training for life, but a lot of folk like to come back round a second time, third time or more to just get that live experience again. And so we always offer alumni half price. So you can come back through at $99. We haven't emailed out about that yet because we're a few weeks away. It's just really while we're in here that we're wanting to give you guys a special discount if you haven't been through before. So when does it start? How much is it? So you've seen that. Hopefully this has come through since then. We're starting on Monday, the 27th of Feb. Tom did the Academy a few years ago. I don't have Facebook account. So we don't have a Discord option. It's only done through Facebook, Tom. The training itself, you can access. It's just the live part. We haven't found, because we're encouraging people to go live to Facebook, and they can go live in there, test it out. We haven't got a better solution, I'm afraid. What's the time of the classes? It's 12 p.m. Eastern time, so that it's an hour after what we're doing here. All of this information, there's a good FAQ section that's over there. If I want to get into this bit, or Owen, if you don't mind, you could answer a few of these questions as they're coming through. So if you've already got Ecamm Pro, but you haven't been through our academy, then yes, you can get this. And what will happen is the discount will be applied to your next subscription. So if you pay annually, it'll get added onto your next year's subscription. Okay. Right. I need to get into this. And it's great that you got questions. As I say, please email us afterwards if you want, or the guys in the chat here will jump on these and get to you. I'm very keen to jump into your questions. And what I've done, this is the form that I've got in front of me. I've just blanked out your names and things, so we can't see that bit. But let's have a go at this, because I think some of these, it'll just be a quick answer. Other than I'm going to need to share my screen. But we've got 45 minutes, and we're going to go for it. So you can see the same as me. What are the questions? And some of you are going to be going, I know the answer to this one. Is comments styled saved with a profile? How do you recall one particular styling? So yes, this is one of the reasons that we save profiles, is when I create a profile and I change so like for instance, popping this in on here, I've got this orange title for the name and then white below it, and I've got a semi-transparent black background. That will stay with this profile. If I create a new profile, whether I clone it and then I redo it, that style will stay with that profile. It's fantastic. I jump between different academies. I have a different style on each of them. And yes, that's just locked in there. You don't have to do anything. Going to perform a live. Can I just get rid of this? Going to perform a live recording Valentine's concert that's donation based. New to this, would like to know if Ecamm is best for me. Yeah, I would absolutely say so. Do this, do exactly what we're doing now. You could go out to YouTube, you could broadcast it out, let people know about it, schedule it so you get a link, boost it out. You could put a QR code in the bottom. I've seen people that were, particularly through COVID, that were carrying on doing live concerts and things, had a little QR code at the bottom for PayPal or something, and then people could just zap it and donate. Different ways of doing that, but yeah, absolutely, this would be a great tool for it. Sorry, where am I? Did I just go too far there? No. In a scheduled broadcast, that would be a good idea, actually. Look, I can highlight it. In a scheduled broadcast, do you have to actually be there to start it, or can you schedule an unattended broadcast? Great question. No, unfortunately, you can't. And I think that's probably a good thing, because if I could just imagine if I'd got this ready to go and I totally forgot I'd got this live and then it started recording and I'm sitting here wandering around, whatever it be. So no, you do have to physically be there to press the button to make it happen. How should you format your scenes if you're going live on a vertical video? Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. We covered this on Tuesday or Wednesday. You can actually save out different profiles. I mean, you could do it anyway. All you got to do is go into, what's the one at the top? Options, stream shape, and you choose that other shape, and just make sure you're formatting everything to fit that. Please explain this setting, keep utility window in front while live. I noticed that Adrian has it unchecked. Yep. So it's a bit like if you've used Zoom and if you're in Zoom and you bring up another document or you're working on something else, it creates a little mini window so that you've also always got something at the front that you can click to go back to it. And it's the same in Ecamm. The reason I don't have it on is I don't ever cover over that Ecamm area. I want it just to stay there visible. And it's just another little pop-up. Hopefully that helps. Apparently you can only stream live on Amazon if you have many followers and the process to sign up. I don't know about that. I didn't think that was an issue. Maybe one of the moderators in here might be able to jump in on this one. I thought anybody with an Amazon account could do this and go live in there. So I'm afraid that's not one that I can really answer. Can we see Adrian's setup using a camera behind him? Oh, if only we'd got a camera that was at the side of me. I've just realized I was muted in that scene. Oh, Owen, what did I do there? Sorry about that, guys. What did you miss? Yes, sorry. So camera over there. This is working on this side. You're all going to tell me there's no sound now because there's the delay. So can you see what's happening? And actually, if I just, what we could do is zoom in on this. That's a bit freaky, isn't it? So you know I've got a teleprompter that sits at, or I've mentioned that I've got a teleprompter that sits up here in front of me, and I've got an iPad that is tucked in here, and I use a program called Duet Air. So what that allows me to do, let's see if you can see this. I can drag that down from up there onto this page. So it literally is like, some of you work with two monitors side by side and you can drag between them. Well, this is a third monitor for me that I can drag it up to there. So that works really nice. And yeah, this is, well, you've seen my desktop. We've worked before, but this is how I've got this set up. So you can see I've got your comments here, my main window, all the bits down here. Yep, my microphone, my Stream Deck. I think that's about it, isn't it? Does that help? Yeah, 27-inch monitor is that. What is the camera behind the teleprompter? We use a Sony ZV-E10 and a Viltrox 23mm lens in there. We did actually put in an equipment list that I think if one of the moderators wouldn't mind, you can actually see the equipment. We list out everything that we use here. So let me jump back over to the, I've lost my, there it is. So that's my setup. Yes. So hybrid training, classroom and out to Zoom. What's the best way to manage sound into and out of Zoom so live and Zoom participants hear everything? I think I would do it the other way around, actually. So rather than doing, we're going out of Ecamm, it could go out to Zoom. What I would do is you can actually, inside of Zoom, go out to Facebook. So I would go Ecamm into Zoom and Zoom out to Facebook, so that then the guys that are watching on the Facebook are seeing what's happening in the Zoom. And if, for instance, you wanted to bring somebody up on that Zoom call or share them on screen, then the guys in Facebook are seeing it as well. You're bringing, to me, that's just a simpler way to go and a more foolproof way. You're not going to have issues of sending the audio back into here and getting all tangled up like that. Certainly if you're not an advanced user. How do you get Zoom comments on screen? I would need to have Zoom open to show you this, but in exactly the same way that when I went on to, we've got this chat one over here. What I do when I create this scene is, in fact, if I come into live demo mode here, what I do is this is saying to me, what do I want to share? And I select Ecamm and I select comments. Well, if I'd got Zoom open, then I can just, and I've got Zoom chat popped out in a separate window, then all I need to do is, in the same way, I say select Zoom chat to be what I want to screen share, and it would pull it into this exactly the same way. It's one of them cool features actually that really will surprise your audience, and they'll be like, how on earth did you do that? How did we set up the intro and outro for a live event with music, overlays, countdown, timer? Have we got time to do this? Yeah, why not? Let's do a live demo mode again. So we've got, there are different ways to do this, and you very much could, what we used to do, what you'll see us doing inside of the Academy is we use a video to, our countdown is a video. So we've made it in advance with the countdown in it and the sound and everything else. So we just drop a video clip in. What we've done here, and I need to be careful because as soon as I click this, it will mute me because it's the intro. Let me come back and pull that up a second. And I'm going to pause the music. So just to show you what we've done here to make this, this was the intro that we've got. There's me in the background. So the bottom layer is my camera back there. Let's take that out and you'll see. So we've got Ecamm's background that they provided for us. Then I've put myself in as a camera and I blurred it. So in our camera effects, we can select this one in this scene and just blur it a bit. Then I've brought an orange overlay in just to add a bit of color. And I actually made this, Fulgens, you will be proud of me. I actually made this inside of Ecamm, except, oh, it's locked. That's why I can't open it. Why is it not coming up? Or is it coming up off the screen? Oh, it's coming up there. This is the downside of working with multiple monitors, is it sometimes jumps around like this. So what this is we, and this is a bit next level, definitely reach out to Fulgens and Anna. These guys are the experts. They taught me all this. You can put transparent text on here, put a background color in. So all I've done on my text is I select the effect. That's got to the end and it's moved on now. I can create this colored background with a transparent text, and then I can stretch that out, and that's exactly what we did up there on that intro. I need to pause that music again. We've then, what else have we done in here to show you? So then I've got a bit of text that says starting in. We've got a logo that we've put in at the top, and then we've got a countdown timer, which is working away over here. And so it says that I put 1 minute 30, go to next scene when finished. And that's what you saw. And then we've just got a sound effect. We went to Stream Beats just because it's probably the safest place to get. I didn't want to get any strikes while we were on here because it's my license and my account rather than on Ecamm's. And so I just pulled in some of these songs. Again, if you feel free, if you want to ask, Owen can give you some links to some of these, to Stream Beats. And that's it. So it's a case of just building it up step by step. I think that works really well. And then it comes into this one, which again had a hidden timer on because I wanted after 1 minute for this name to disappear and then go to the next scene, which is this one. So some cool stuff going on here. Yeah, hopefully that's enough without kind of getting too deep in. But again, you can watch these in the replay, and this is absolutely the kind of stuff that we're doing inside the Academy over that 2 weeks. Thanks for the series. Couple of questions. Want to do a live that's restricted to people who are members of your website. How do you set that up? Yeah, I would probably do Zoom and just create an event in Zoom and send people a link to it, and then just do what we've been doing of actually sending Ecamm straight into Zoom. That would be a good way to do it. And just email out to your members and tell them that that's where it's going to be. If the above is possible, then can I stream to multiple channels or only one channel? Not quite sure why you would want to go to multiple channels if it was private. I mean, you could do an unlisted Facebook. you could you do an unlisted Facebook? No, you could do an unlisted YouTube, and you could go to, yeah, I don't know that I would. I would stick to one. Am I able to bring people who are watching the live onto the camera so I can do live coaching with them? Well, definitely then. Yeah, so like the questions in the comments here, you want to bring them on. So definitely go into Zoom and do it that way around in there. Rather than bringing, I mean, you can do it, and we've got an interview link. You could kind of put your interview link up on here. I think one of the other questions talks about this. And you could bring guests on and then bring them on camera and talk with them. Zoom is it'd be a lot more fluid for you just to go put your hand up or let me know, and you can grab that person and bring them in. So yeah, that would be really cool. I think that's what I would be doing. Well, that's what I do. Got some spam going today, haven't we? How do you stream on the Kajabi new community? Yeah, no problem at all. If you've got Kajabi, that's the platform that we use for our academies. They've created a new community feature, and very easy. It's the same as if you were going out to Zoom. You're using the virtual camera and virtual mic, and you open up Kajabi, you open up your live in Kajabi's community, and you select Ecamm for your camera, Ecamm for your mic, and it works. I know because we use it. Is there a way to make an old iPad Classic work like your writing demo? You'd need to just check if it works with an Apple Pen. Then absolutely. I use an iPad Air. It's not a Pro. But yeah, I'm not sure on the dates as to when they were compatible, and some are compatible with the old pencil and not this one. But have a look, and absolutely, I don't see any reason why not. Want to create a live stream call-in show where I can bring viewers on video. And unplanned guests. Yeah. So interview mode, you can actually put a link up at the bottom. So if we haven't really talked about interview, it's something that we've kind of felt was a little bit out of the scope of a beginner's level, but that feels a bit out of the window at the minute anyway, because I feel like we're way past beginner level. So yeah, what I would do is I've got my interview tab down here, and you get a link at the bottom. So where's that gone? I swear that was just there a second ago. I get a link down there. Oh, interesting. When I go into live demo mode, my link disappears. So that's a really clever idea. So you can't actually see my link. What we tend to do is we have, you could use a bit.ly link or something. You can create a short version of that link if you wanted to. And if you put it up on the screen here, or you dropped it into the comments if you were on YouTube and said, hey, come and join me, you know, this is a link to come on, people will come straight into your interview panel down here, and you can then select when you bring them on screen if you want to. So yeah, that would work really well in interview mode. Or again, you could use what you're doing here into Zoom, pull them up that way. That would feel less of a show because you're kind of breaking between the two. I think it'd be really cool. What I would just be saying to people is, if they're coming on, make sure that they've got a pair of headphones on, or you know, they've closed down the tab that they're viewing on, because this typically is what happens when people come on and they're unprepared, is they've actually got the window open that they're watching you on YouTube, and then they jump in and their microphone is hearing the audio coming back through from the YouTube live. And that's when you can start get this problem of echo coming through. So they're the sort of tips that I would say if you want to say, hey, call in, but please make sure you got a pair of headphones before you do, and then jump on. Yeah. And then you can just bring people on, lose them, bring them on, take them off, and you can have up to 10 people. So they could all be sitting, waiting, and you just bring them on your screen as you want to. All right. Could you please explain how to do the interview feature? So I think I just have. Yeah. So you can give that link out, and when anybody dials into it, you'll see them on there. We've definitely got a video. I know it's not in version 4, it's in the previous version, but if you head to our YouTube channel or head to Ecamm's channel, you will find videos. We've certainly got a very detailed walkthrough of how to do the interview feature. You could check that one out. Not getting the functionality of the camera switcher. Is there an advantage to choosing camera A/B option in the video source as opposed to an actual camera itself? Here's a classic example of this. So I've got my scenes prepared for this, and we've plugged in a second camera. They're both plugged in over these Camlink devices that we use. And wouldn't you know it, what was Camlink? I have Camlink and Camlink 2. And Camlink should be this one right in front of me. Now I've plugged these two in. That's over the back there has become Camlink, and this one in front of me has become Camlink 2. So typically, before we add these placeholders, I would have had to go back through all the scenes that I've got and just make sure that I've got to rename these Camlinks because I'm going to get the wrong angle coming through. Now with a placeholder, in front of me is camera A, and the one to the side is camera B. And if they mess around in between, I can just jump in here and reassign camera A is Camlink, camera B is Camlink 2. I'm also using a placeholder for my iPad as well, which can work quite nicely. So camera B is my iPad, camera C is this camera over the back. Does that make sense? So yes, it's one of those things that until stuff goes wrong, you might not realize the benefit of it. And if you only use one camera and you're not attaching other devices, maybe you don't need it. Do you have a recommended camera? Not too expensive, 4K? Yeah, absolutely. This Sony ZV-E10, it's not the cheapest, but it's not much above the cheapest. Anything much below this and you start cutting corners and there'll be things that I'm going, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. It has stunning autofocus. It's never lost me. And yes, Sony have always been great for that. But the 6000 series as well, you can jump in. There's 6100, the 6300, and different ones, 6400 actually, isn't it? But the ZV-10 is definitely the newer, better version of them all. And we've got them all over there. So tried and tested, definitely. On YouTube, trailers for each of the live streams this week, not on the not the channel trailer. How did you set this up? So when you're broadcasting or scheduling a live on YouTube, you have an option to put a trailer in there for it. I think that's what you're asking there, yeah. Again, I don't know if was it Doc that set these up and scheduled them, so it's the kind of thing again we can chat to in here. Have a mid-2012 MacBook Pro. Why am I looking down there? Do you have any setup suggestions for if the fan kicks in when running Ecamm? Yeah, it used to be a huge problem, and this is a reason a lot of us have moved across to the M1, and I even just bought the Mac Mini that was not much over $600. And it took away all this pain and problem of the fan kicking in. Little things that you can do though, if on your laptop, dim the brightness, dim the keys down. You've got lights there on the keys. Can you lift it up off your desk so it's got some air flowing around it? Make sure you shut all the other apps off that you don't need. Turn the brightness down. Did I just say that one? There is an app called Mac Fans Control. That will actually manually, you can set the percentage that your fans are coming on at, but please handle that with care. Don't ever set it below about 30%. It will take the sound down because the fans are restricted, but don't ever take them right down. Your fans are kicking in because it's getting hot and you'll end up frying your laptop. But I think that's Mac Fans Control. Yeah, Mac Fans Control. I've definitely used that on lives. I just make sure that I flick it off when we get off the live. Hopefully this is helping. I know this is a bit of a quick fire round trying to run through like this. On the road and travel with a Starlink satellite dish, upload speed, latency. What settings do you recommend for going live on the road when you have less than ideal internet? Yeah. You've nailed it really. Streaming, you saw us when we were setting this up on Tuesday. And actually now in here, you can see how to minimize that and get it down. Yes, one destination, 720. And if you turn off the high quality video and audio, it really does bring it down as well. So they're all there in your camera settings and you can see those options to turn them on and off. It's all on that same window where it's got the speed checker anyway. So you can actually see how to bring that down. But yeah, good question. We're going to Cyprus for the week on Sunday, and I'm going to do a few lives and a few Zoom calls while I'm out there. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing exactly this. I'll be running off the internet from my phone and really kind of testing it out to see how bad it is. So yeah, these are all the things that I'll be doing. Recording to local drive, what are the upload bandwidth requirements? I want to record while on the road, only find a low bandwidth internet. I want to pre-record, what internet bandwidth? I'm not quite getting this one. I think actually this is the same person asking, so I don't know if one replaced the other. If you're saying you want to have a video that's pre-recorded and be able to play it, as long as it's there on your device, it'll pull that across no problem. Yeah, just maybe bring it onto your computer rather than having it on an external hard drive. Not sure if I'm reading that right. Descript. I'm really not going to be able to help you with Descript, I'm afraid. This yeah, I'm literally only just opening it up and having a look at it. So this might be one to post into the Ecamm community group for some help. How does Ecamm replace OBS and Restream? Yeah, I personally find OBS to be clunky and a bit hard, and there's definitely not that support behind it like Ecamm here. It's a very different navigation and way to work. But for those of you that don't know, OBS is an alternative really to Ecamm, and probably the closest alternative there is to Ecamm, where you can create scenes and do things like this. Yeah, you don't get the virtual mic, so you can't send that out, and you can't do things like recording video ISO. So like in here, come the end of this, I'm going to get a nice clean copy of my full camera and that camera, as well as what you can see on the screen here. So if I wanted to edit this back afterwards, I could nicely just I could slot this in at any point I wanted to, instead of needing to have it up here. So there's a few things like that that definitely make this better. And of course, the wonderful support team behind the scenes here, if you get stuck in Ecamm, that, yeah, I don't think you get. So is it possible to have an icon pop up and show the current song playing? Alternatively, a location that always shows the current song playing. I guess if you were playing it through Spotify or something, you could kind of screenshot in on that one. I don't know a way of, I'm not totally getting the scenario. Yeah, if you're bringing it into a sound effect, it isn't really going to show what's actually playing. How to use green screen and camera to create what I believe would be a video overlay of me riding a ticker. Okay. I didn't see that, so I don't know what that is. I think, again, this might have come in before we did the green screen session. Hopefully you saw we pulled that up there. It'll blank out the background behind you. And you can then either put other layers in front of you or behind you. So if you've been cut out, let me come here a sec. If I've been cut out from the background, I can still bring a layer to have something as a ticker in front of me. So just know that it's like stacking up pieces of paper, really. The higher in the list of overlays your overlay is, the closer to the front. So if you change it around, it'll bring it in front or behind you. Is that what we're meaning? We're doing very well on this. Are there many questions actually coming in from? Nope, nothing extra. Guys, feel free to throw anything into this if you want, because I think this is my last one. These other ones in here, we've already answered really, about blurring backgrounds and things. A question about audio settings when bringing in a USB mic instead of using computer built in. Thought using a USB mic, the sound would be better, but it's actually worse. Yeah, honestly, I don't know an answer to that. That's kind of needing a bit more. There's no logical reason. This should sound better coming through, or it should sound exactly the same if you're plugging it in this USB mic. So yeah, sorry, I'm not quite clear on what that one is. Just make sure that your sound levels on that microphone are brought up clearly. But that's it. That's the end of my list. There were a couple of others that were down there, I think, that I really am not able to help you with. Well, actually, one was setting up a Stream Deck. I'm not going to get a chance to go through and show you how to set up a Stream Deck. Again, we've got videos. There are other guys that have made videos on the YouTube channel about that. Someone was asking about connecting NDI devices and bringing them in. Again, that's really one for in that group. I think I don't want to go specifically onto one sort of more advanced feature. And someone else had asked about getting kicked out of Facebook. And I don't know anybody at Facebook that I can direct you to. So I think everything that's been asked, we've covered. So I'm ready to come over here. And I think let's just have a little look over here. And today at 11 a.m. and brilliant. Paul's doing a demo over there. Could you go over the teleprompter in more detail? Why not? Because we've got the time. So side camera. So the way this works, it's like you see the guys on TV and that, you know, the news readers when they're looking into a teleprompter. So what is happening is my camera is directly behind this. It's built in at the back there. And what I've got is my iPad here is an extra monitor. So with a bit of software called Duet Air. It's a subscription one. It's not a silly amount of money, but it works really well. It allows me to use my iPad. And when I connect it in, it says, this is monitor A and the Duet is monitor B, if you like. And so what it's doing is it allows me just to move this around as if I'd got two monitors side by side, but I choose to put it up there. This is a Neewer teleprompter, but you could look at any of these teleprompters really that are on Amazon or somewhere. You want one that's iPad size. Yeah, not quite sure what else to say about that. Duet, yes, absolutely, Chris. Am I using a USB mic? Yes, this is the Shure MV7, and I'm not going into a mixer. This is going straight in. Again, on our YouTube channel, we have a complete, firstly, a review on this mic, and then a setup video of this mic. I have people saying, I don't seem to get the same audio out of it, and I've got it right up to my face. In that, I show you how to put it into an auto mode and lock it down. It works really well. You can see where I've been scratching there, look. Shall I jump back to my front camera? Actually, we'll bring up the chat, don't we? Allows mirror. There you go. Thank you, Steve. $25 a year. I thought it was a bit more than that, but yeah. For those of you the wrong side of 50, do you use any makeup? Yeah, you can actually. The Sony camera, this camera does have 3 levels of skin softening built into it, a bit like what Zoom does. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. Clearly, I'm not using it. Yeah, I don't think there's any harm in putting a bit of powder on and just making yourself look a bit better if you want to. But at the same time, right, this is one of my big issues with this, when people sort of say, oh, I don't want to get on camera because I've put on some weight or I've done this. And I always go, but you meet people in real life, don't you? You wouldn't not go to a meeting, or you wouldn't meet up with someone and help them because you thought, oh no, I haven't got myself looking right. And I think we overthink getting on camera a bit too much. Yeah, I don't mean just roll out of bed and, not brush your hair, but I don't think people need, we're looking at it and being way more critical than what our audience will be when they're checking in. So you don't need that, Clem. Preference to teleprompters. Yeah, this, as I say, this is a Neewer one. I don't even know the model number of it. You're right, they can really go up in price. I felt that I picked one at a fairly mid-level. Biggest problem, bringing in guests, mainly because it's hard to get celebrities. Yeah, John. Yeah, the echo cancellation. And actually, I've got it turned on this time, which I hadn't even realized. I tend to not have echo cancellation on for my recorded videos because I can hear a difference. It's trying to constantly take the sound down as soon as you stop speaking. And I can kind of hear that sort of processed sound. And so I don't tend to have it on. It's a bit of a last resort. I did turn it on because I was thinking I might be sharing videos and things, and I wanted to make sure that the system audio, my speakers weren't going to come through my mic. Yeah, I think, again, it's educating. We're talking about interviewing and echo and problems coming back through. Here's a little tip for you. If it's your voice that you can hear the echo on, then the problem is with your guest. And if it's their voice that people are hearing the echo on, it's your end. Yeah, because the issue is that you're hearing them coming out of your speakers, or they're hearing you coming out of the speakers, and their microphone is picking it up as well. So that's where we get this problem. So that's a little quick sort of fault finding. You know, if you've got a guest on and there's an echo of you, then they're doing something wrong. And chances are they've got the window open that they're listening on. They just need to minimize that tab if it's on a live, and they'll be okay. Turn their speakers down a bit, and echo cancellation will work and do a good job of knocking that out. And it's built in for them as well. Can I demonstrate creating the trailer? I can't, I'm afraid. If there's a demo going on later, whether that might be able to be covered in that would be really cool. Alex got Stream Deck videos. Brilliant. What am I using to hold the teleprompter and your softbox light? It's a C stand. It's just like a light stand over there, but it's called a C stand, as in the letter C. You can find them on Amazon. Again, it's in that equipment list that I think you were sent in an email, actually. You were sent an email a few hours ago, and in that was a link to a webinar on my Pro Video Academy and also my equipment list. So that's everything in there that we're using. Advantages of Duet over Sidecar. Yeah, good point, Tom. So Sidecar is free, and it's an Apple resource that allows you to share your screen to Sidecar. What it doesn't do is give me the chance to flip it around. So I could do this in Sidecar, but not for a teleprompter because the text is going to be the wrong way around. Now you could. Ecamm does Doc's probably thinking it. With Ecamm, you get a video output. What's the right video monitor? I could set that to go to my iPad on Sidecar, and I do get a chance to flip that, but all that's going to do is mirror what's here. It's not going to give me the chance to put something else up. So Duet is the only thing I've found that will actually let me use this as a separate monitor and flip it for the purpose of a teleprompter. Elgato virtual camera popped up. Pass. I'm not sure how I would Google it. How do I remove this? Because yeah, it happens. Snapcam and all these things and all of the NDI ones. I have them all listed as cameras and I haven't used them, but you need to just somehow try and remove them back. Yes, Laura, who is a pro? Definitely. Really try and get your guest. And Laura was just talking in our Pro Video Academy the other week about headphones. And Laura, I've asked you for this link, actually. You showed us some nice little in-ears that you were using and professional level ones. Feel free to pop them in, although you probably can't put it into the chat because it won't post the comment. But let me know. I'd love to know. And I'm sure in the Ecamm group, you could pop a link to some of those headphones in. Yeah, there you go. Allows you to mirror. Yep. And probably... are the beginner, intermediate, advanced videos and sequence the sequence that you suggest for users? Sorry, I'm not getting what that's saying there. Are you asking about us beginner, intermediate, advanced videos? Not sure what you're meaning that. If you're meaning in the academy, we work through all of those really, from a beginner to a more advanced, but advanced not being particularly like a geeky level of really advanced pro. We're saying about advanced being more than just the basics. So when I'm talking about advanced, I'm talking about using your Stream Deck, going out to Zoom and things. And so you guys were already in at some of that advanced stuff, really. And I can overlay with 2 cameras. I noticed that when I set a camera up for an interview, it puts an extra frame around it. Yeah, so, and I don't quite get this. Maybe somebody else can explain it. We used to have a placeholder for guest one. It now kind of just leaves us a frame there sitting waiting for them to come in, so we can see what's underneath it, like a transparent one. I don't quite know why that changed. I'm sure somebody asked for it and it's been responded to. The lighting setup is, actually, I can just quickly show you how are we doing on time. So, Owen, are you able just to point that up a second? So let me just show you what we got up here. This is a Godox SL60, or go wider. Whoa. So that's the light that's up there, and the focus has just gone. Tab it back there. There we go. So this is it's like a softbox on the front, but what you find with the softbox is everything behind it is left dark and all that light is coming forwards. This thing is fantastic in that it bounces. Look, I've got it in front of me, but it's also sending some light all around me, which just helps to soften this light out and make my skin look wonderful and smooth. Thank you, Owen. How are we doing? Right, we're coming into land, and so we got that. I've seen that question up there. I'm using just the Air subscription. Do they have other options? So yeah, actually, it's a really good point, Steve. There are other options to use with that Duet. For instance, I can go. You can basically use your iPad as a mirror of your computer, and you can log into it. So I could actually log in and see my screen and work from it from my iPad. There's a lot more advanced stuff that it will do. You don't need that. Just yeah. Just the Duet Air bit. We're a little bit way off, aren't we? I just realised how far I off in the chat here. We're talking about putting weight on, and yeah, I don't use the Redcaster Pro, Mark. I know there's you'll find a thread. There's people that ask about this in the community. It's to do with that sending the audio back into it. This is the challenge now. So let me come to the bottom here because there we go. Oh, look at that. So Mark just asked, where's the link to the Academy? Here's the link. So can I just quickly jump back to that a second? If you missed us on here, what we're saying is this is our Ecamm Live Academy that starts on the 27th of Feb. It's me doing exactly this, but actually we give you a full set of pre-recorded videos. We've got all of these in here that are all being redone. I probably should click on one actually just to show you that there's actually something under them. Let's pick on let's jump up, level 1, camera overlays. Click on here and you've got a little 5-minute video. We deliberately strip it down.
Coming in, these
I'm
around
showing you in here exactly how to
fit that where I want.
How to do these. That's why I wanted echo cancellation on. So you've got a full set of videos. It marks off when you've watched them so you can keep track of what you've done. And if you get all the way through this, Owen sends you a nice little certificate. But yeah, so that's the normally $199, and that's what we'll be promoting it as. We're going to be doing a webinar and launching it, a launch event on the 17th of Feb that I'd love you to come and join us at. But we just want to give you a little quick exclusive discount now that you can get $50 off it. But that discount will expire on Sunday night, midnight Pacific time. It's just going to disappear and we're back to $199. But if you want to come and join us, so you're not going to be able to access the Academy now. We're keeping that locked down because it's going to mess you up. And then when we suddenly replace all the videos over the top of it, you're not going to know where you got to. So you can have the ticket, you can get your place now, and then we will contact you in a couple of weeks' time when we're getting ready to open the doors. And you can come and join us like everybody else, but don't tell anybody else that you got in 25% off. Sherry says it's so fun. Good stuff. Yeah, I think a lot of you have been through the Academy, haven't you? What is the price for Ecamm Academy returning members? So yeah, alumni always get in at half price, so $99. So again, if maybe you're coming through this time, you might go, actually, I didn't have the time I expected to invest in this, or something else came up. You can come back through again. You've got all the video content in between, but you can come back and join the lives again. We've actually had people, you know, and this is when I start to realize what a big deal it is for people that have gone, I joined your academy, and the amount of times I sat here hovering over that go live button, but just felt terrified to hit it. We can take it for granted what a big deal that is for people. And I heard one lady who came back through, and she said, "This is my second time through, and I didn't have the confidence to go live last time, but I'm doing it this time." And I'm always super proud. A lot of the guys and moderators in here as well come and help and work with us over there. I just love it. We get this wonderful sense of people just saying, this felt like a really safe place for us to work. And I went live. It wasn't as scary as I thought. I got nothing but compliments. I'm very proud of our academy, and not only what I'm giving you is training, but the community, the way it works. And yeah, so there's a whole FAQ bit on the bottom of that page. Have a look at that. And if we're not answering your questions in that, please reach out to me, team@adriansalisbury.com. If you want to email us, we are sending an email out. Ecamm are going to send an email out in a couple of hours' time with these links in there as well. So you can grab hold of those. Christopher, I didn't spot you were in here. Good to see you. So Christopher's one is attended multiple times. Absolutely. So I hope you found this good. I feel like we're kind of bringing this into land. This has been really, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been quite a challenge for me to go, what is sort of beginner level, and we're getting asked questions more advanced. And obviously we're playing with more advanced things. We're writing on screen with our iPads and other bits. But if, please don't feel that this has been overwhelming. Just see this as, it's good to know that actually this same bit of software that you're doing quite a basic, if that is the case, if you just want to, as we said on day one, you can just go live, just hook up your camera, hit go live, and out you go, or record and out you go. But isn't it cool to know that this subscription you're paying for has all this potential that you could learn, you could invest some time in, and really level up what you're doing over here. It's an incredible product. We absolutely love it. Big thank you again to Ecamm and the whole team, Katie and Caleb, Doc and the others that have all been working away, Paul moderating in here, doing a fantastic job. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Do come and follow us, subscribe, come over to our YouTube channel, Adrian Salisbury. If you type it in, you'll see us on all of those different channels. And most importantly, if you're liking Ecamm, come join me in the Ecamm Academy on the 27th of Feb, and come and spend 2 weeks with us. What's not to love about that? All right. So thank you so much, everybody. We ought to wrap things up. And yeah. Any last things? Valerie, I didn't spot Valerie was in there. Valerie's one of our wonderful moderators and members in the Ecamm Academy. She's on team with us, as is Paul. All right, I'm seeing a lot of thank yous, and I think we should close it up, and I'll ping them up in the screen. Wonderful. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you guys soon. All the best. Thank you so much. Bye.